development with Node.js. In this video, we are going to continue our discussion and we are going to implement the model for booking. So in the last video, we have already considered the flight.js model, like the flight model with the flight schema, the airline model, and the review model. Review model is not going to play a major role for now because that's an added feature. But definitely we need to have a new file for booking.js, right? This booking.js is actually going to store the details around booking. So we'll say const mongoose is equals to require mongoose, right? This is something going to be there, right? And we can say const booking schema is equals to new mongoose dot schema, right? What properties we are going to have? Let's say we'll be having a unique booking ID. So type is going to be number, and then let's say we are going to have required as true and unique as true. Okay. Then apart from the booking, there will be some airline that will be also associated, right? Because for every booking, there will be a flight. A booking will be belonging to a user, and there will be some airline associated, right? So similar to how you associated airline and flight, we can associate it here, right? So we'll be having some airline that is involved. We'll be having some user that is involved. So let's just copy it here and paste it, and this is going to be user, right? Apart from that, booking is also going to belong to a flight. And what we can do is we already are associating flight, so we don't need to specifically associate airline, because from the flight we can get the airline details. So let's just remove this. So let's just keep it like flight here and flight here. Okay. And there will be some user, right? And we can have some status, right? So a lot of time there can be a situation that, let's say, the user initiated the booking, but there are some pendings. The booking is still pending, or the booking is cancelled, or booking is updated, or let's say in a review phase. We can have some different status, right? So let's just see. So if let's say we want to have some status kind of a thing, so either we can keep the type to be string, and this should be required, right? There's some status that is required to, and we can set some default value also. So let's say the default value is uh, in process. Okay, the default value is in process. We can do something like this, right? But what we can have is there can be multiple situations, right? There can be multiple status of our corresponding, I would say, booking. So let's just see what kind of status, what all status we can have. We can have let's say booked, cancelled, in process, right? Anything else that we can have. Let's see, for the booking life cycle, if or maybe we are not adding the angle for payment for now. I believe adding an angle for payment does not makes a lot of sense. So otherwise we could have added like payment updated, payment received, and so on and so forth, right? So I believe this should be good, and we can have these kind of status with us. Or one more thing that we can do is we can keep this type as enum, right? We can keep it string, and we can have a enum defined. So let's keep it default in progress, and we can have an enum defined with all three values. Okay, so one of these three values is only going to be associated to the status, and I believe this should be good. For booking, we have the booking ID, the flight details, the user details, the status of the booking. Okay, and let's see, apart from that, anything else. So for the current booking, one more thing that we can do is for flight we can have some details around boarding details. Hello. that will be helping us for the boarding pass, right? So boarding details, or let's say the boarding gate is something that we can add. Boarding gate, that can be typed now. Okay, required, we are not keeping it for here. And let's add a timestamp. Let's add a timestamp. Then we can say const booking model is equals to new mongoose dot model, and we can pass booking comma booking schema, and we can say module dot exports booking model. Okay, so now our booking model is ready. Now is the time when we are going to start actually building our APIs. We are going to leverage all of these models, and we are going to write queries that are going to help us to actually get the booking details and fetch the booking details, fetch the boarding pass, etc. That being said, let's just wrap it up here, guys. We are going to meet very soon in the next session. Till then, take care, guys. Bye bye, and thank you. कर्नाटक में एकरो फोन के रो भात बन खला के नहीं दीदी गादरे हम पे तो हवा मार देला कि का बुखार मन आवे लागे झूठो कर गेलो ला के लागे काइल पहुंचबा कितना दिन के गिराइत के तोर बेटा तो मोरा बात गूगल आने जेही की है क्या तोरा बा के गूगल आने जेही बाजार के ही कहत रहे देनी आजकल मोबाइल देखे के भी पारा थी कोई फोन कर दे दे कहला मुर्ख कांदे मोबाइल के मुर्ख मांगे देबे करके दादू के बतिया भी हल जो पेल काने दे कहला मुर्ख कांदे आ काती अंदर है तो काती अंदर है कौन हाँ बिरयानी जो खाते अब जा बार काम मन लागी कैसन काम करिए गाड़ी गाड़ी मास्कट नहीं लागत थी ठीक तो नहीं सुना थी कोई ठीक मनोज
क्या हुआ?
तो क्या कर रहे थे बता तुम मुझे ओए
क्या हुआ बोलो?